everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I had a bunch of errands to do today, and while I was out and about, I remembered I haven't been to my favorite Cocoa Beach thrift store. It's actually a church thrift store. So I took a ride over there, and they had tons and tons of great stuff. And again, I was able to get lots of good stuff for under $35, and I'd like to share it with you today. I was immediately drawn to this piece. It's very heavy and it's cast iron, and I like cast iron a lot. I have some pieces in it, but it's a little out of my comfort zone because I don't usually pick up pieces like this. It's looks like a bank, but it's actually a doorstop, mid-century doorstop. And I remember my grandmother had one. It was in the shape of an iron, and this is a black Americana one, and they call it a mammy piece. And it reminds me a lot of pieces I see on the Antiques Roadshow. So I didn't have a really huge haul today, but I got a lot of really interesting items. And if you remember from one of my last videos, I had picked up some really pretty plates and cups and saucers, and these are Smith Taylor Smith in the Boutonniere Ever Yours pattern. And I was able to pick up 6 bowls. And actually 6 saucers. I needed 3 for my cups, so now I have 3 to sell. So that was a really good find, I thought. I was drawn to this vintage ashtray, and I think I was drawn to it mostly because on the back it was numbered and signed. So I was kind of anxious to go home and see if it was anything. And I found out that it is. It was made in the 60s. And they sell for about, I see them selling for anywhere between $15 and $20 on eBay. So I thought that was a good buy for $2. I collect these vintage frosted hand-painted juice glasses. I have about 6 of them. Now I have 8 of them, and I have the matching pitcher. And I was able to pick these up for 50 cents for both of them, so that was a really good find for me. This is a gorgeous piece, and I was able to pick it up for $1. It's Hazel Atlas, and the pattern is called Florentine 1, and it was made in the early 30s, and it's just beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect condition. People who know me know that I love my milk glass mugs, and I found 2 of these. They're from 1963, and they're local advertising glasses. And they're in mint condition. I don't think they've ever been used. And I picked them both up for 50 cents. And one of these days, I have so many advertising milk glass mugs that I'm actually going to get around to selling them. Six beautiful Tierra sandwich glass plates. 6 of them for $6. I think I could sell them on eBay for about $5 a piece. So that was a really good buy. They're in great shape. These 3 sandwich glass water tumblers or water goblets, and I love sandwich glass. I knew not what the pattern was. I'd never seen them before, but for me half of the fun is picking them up and going home and researching them. So I did research them, and I found out they were made in the 1970s to the 1990s. The pattern is called American Provincial, and the maker is unknown. That's what they said, unknown maker. So I wasn't sure if that was the name of a company, which I was pretty sure it wasn't, but I did some more research, and you'd be surprised at all of the things that they have listed on eBay under unknown maker, and also replacements.com. So now I know a lot of the stuff I have outside, which I couldn't identify, falls under the category of unknown maker. And they do so well. A lot of products in the unknown maker category sell very well. If you saw my last video, you might remember I picked that up with my wooden nickel, and I mentioned that I think there was a dip plate that went with it. Well, I found it today for 50 cents. That's a Wexford anchor hocking pattern. This is another one of those pieces which I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about the McCall's Country Canning Company. I've never heard of them. But I was having such a good time at this thrift store, I was picking up just about everything I could. It has a metal top, and it's a very tight-fitting lid. And I picked it up for $1. It has a beautiful quilt-like pattern to it. So I went home and did my research, and mostly everything I could find in this shape and size by this company had a candle in it. And I kept looking and looking, and everything seemed to have a candle in it, although they were selling pretty well. Finally, what I did was smelled the inside of it. It smelled like strawberries. Must have been a candle at one time. It'll make a great jar, though. They're selling for about $10 on eBay. This was the last piece in my find of today that I'm going to show you. It is a Precious Moments 1995 canister or jar. It does open. Actually, it's a very tight-fitting lid. And I do collect a lot of Precious Moments things because they sell really, really well on eBay. And I'd never seen this before, and as you can see, there's not a darn thing wrong with it. It's absolutely mint. So I went home and did some research, and I was happy to find out that this is actually a very rare canister, and they sell for about $20 on eBay or Etsy, and they sell out immediately. So this is going online tomorrow. I was really, really lucky, I thought, to find this beautiful Fenton hand-painted carnival glass piece. And it's signed by the artist. It has its original label, and it actually came with the original pamphlet about Fenton and carnival glass. And inside, it actually, if I can open it, tells a story on carnival glass. So I thought that was very interesting, and I'm going to tuck it back in right now. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And actually it's called Kitten Slipper or Kitten Boot because it has a face of a cat. So thank you very much for joining me on my latest haul. I love sharing them with everybody. And I'd like to hear comments on what you liked best, or if you have or know anything about any of the pieces you saw tonight, let me know. In an upcoming video, I'm going to be doing a really fun video, I hope, on all my thrifted character glasses. So have a really good night, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks. Ew. Yeah, that was bad.
Happy, happy, happy. Do your happy face.
Happy.